The Roadmap to Regeneration is a plan to achieve net zero emissions by 2030. The plan, outlined in Chapter 8 of the book Grassroots Rising by Ronnie Cummins, focuses on reducing 60% of carbon emissions through a transition to renewable energy, combined with soil carbon sequestration achieved through a transition to regenerative agriculture and land use to offset the remaining 40% of carbon emissions. By converting degraded lands to organic farming, rotationally managed pasture land, reforested land, and restored wetlands, we can sequester excess atmospheric carbon into the soil. These biological systems can hold large amounts of carbon and also promote biodiversity and ecological health. The exact amount of carbon sequestered depends on the regenerative technique used. This Roadmap to Regeneration carbon sequestration calculator is designed to help you figure out what type of land use changes could be implemented in your area to achieve the carbon sequestration goals outlined in Grassroots Rising. To use the Roadmap to Regeneration carbon sequestration calculator, you will have to look up several statistics about your state or county. First, decide if you want to build a plan for your state or your county. The first question the calculator will ask you is the population of your state or county. You can find your county's population by going to Google and asking what the population of your county is. Take this information and enter it into the carbon sequestration calculator. Using this information, the calculator will estimate how much carbon your area should sequester, according to the Roadmap to Regeneration plan. Next, you will need to use the USDA National Agricultural Statistics Service Census Data Query tool to find statistics about your state or county. You can access that tool using the URL provided in the calculator. The calculator will ask you to locate several different data points about land use in your state or county. Follow the instructions listed in the calculator to locate those data points and enter them into the calculator. These statistics will help the calculator figure out how much total pasture land you have and how much total agricultural land you have in your area. Next, it's time to start working out what land use changes could be made in your area to reach your carbon sequestration goals. In the calculator, you will find a description of 5 different regenerative land use techniques. Reviewing the descriptions and their corresponding annual carbon sequestration potential should help you in figuring out a regenerative plan that fits your area. It might be easiest to start by entering the total acres of pasture land into the acres converted to regenerative grazing field. Once you do this, the calculator will show you how much carbon could be sequestered if all of the pasture lands in your area were converted to regenerative grazing. You will also see that the number of remaining acres of farmland will decrease. This will help you to know how much agricultural land you have remaining in your area. Continue to explore the calculator by adding and subtracting acres from the different land use options until you have found a balance of land use techniques that would sequester enough carbon to meet your goal. We hope you find this tool helpful. Happy regenerating!